Made up of DC's most notorious and not so notorious villains. Yeah, that's right, villains. The Suicide Squad is the group you call when you need stuff done under the radar, you know what I'm saying? With complete deniability. And if they disobey, then boom, a bomb goes off in their head. Yeah. Talk about keeping them in line. How could a premise like that get messed up?
No, 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 no.
What's up, beautiful peoples? It's your boy Odie, and it's that time again. And for this one, I'm reviewing The Suicide Squad. Yeah, I don't know. The weird standalone sequel to 2016 Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad, directed by David Ayer, was in the same position as Zack Snyder when it came to Justice League. In that David Ayer was trying to make one movie, whereas the studio was trying to make another. And the result is a confused mess of a film. And it's like, if you sit back and let the freaking director do his or her thing, then you will get a cohesive product. Either the audience will reject the film and therefore reject the director's vision, or they will like the movie, in which case, well, it's a good movie. Too many times films are made and then a studio comes in at the last second and tries to make it into something that it's not. It sucks for the director, who has to sit there and pretend like, yeah, this is my movie, but really it's not. Because there's a much better version of this movie that probably exists, but we'll never see it. So, $1 million question. What does the studio do after the disappointment of Suicide Squad 2016? If you said hire another director and give him creative control to make the film he wants, then you'd be right. What? Why didn't you just let David do? I don't know. So, the Suicide Squad is a sequel to the first one, but it also serves as a soft reboot for the Suicide Squad series, which stars mostly new supervillains with some returning faces and another impossible mission. And I gotta say, it's alright, I guess. Let's start with the positives. I appreciate the fact that, while this is a soft reboot, the film does try to still tie into the first one. The best that it can, at least. So I like that. But outside of some returning characters and elements, this film certainly has a style and tone of its own, which I'll give it credit for. The opening of this movie was excellent, like absolutely fucking amazing. I've made a habit of avoiding most trailers nowadays because they have a tend to spoil literally everything. And sure enough, a lot of the best gags in this film, at least for me, would have been ruined if I saw them in the friggin' trailer. So yeah, hopefully you were like me, because if you were, then the beginning was fucking hilarious and had it dying. The opening managed to do what the entire last film failed at. And no, this nigga Slipknot does not count. The action scenes were a little more creative, I guess, this time around. The action was solid overall, with a pretty impressive third act. But see, when you give the director more freedom, then you get a better product. Forget it. But yeah, just get crazy with it. The superhero genre is getting oversaturated, and it's getting harder to stand out. And this movie managed to have a somewhat interesting antagonist, and with characters that have actual heart and depth. All things the last film lacked. But, in fixing all the problems the first one had, they ended up making a whole set of new problems. Which leads me to the things I didn't like. I've said this a million times. I know humor is completely down to your own taste, blah, 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 blah. But some of the humor in this movie, yeah, it just didn't land with me. Lots of dick jokes and, that sort of humor, you know what I'm saying? And what's funny is it's the same issue that I had with the second Guardians movie. It's a fine movie, but I swear that every other joke was a sex joke or a dick joke or a fart joke or something that just wasn't funny. Like, damn. For a Marvel movie too, I was surprised. I'm like, this is not funny. If you found it funny, then more power to you. I'm not taking that away from you. You thought it was funny, then that succeeded for you. It was a funny movie to you. But for me, there are quite a few jokes that just do not land. Enough so for me to deduct some points from this motherfucker. Not everything needs to be connected all the time. But on that note, the first Suicide Squad does get points for having not only your boy Batman, but also having Flash too. And it makes sense. Like, that makes sense. Like, these are DC villains. You can't have the villain without the damn hero. At least mention them. Just like I said in my Joker review, you can't have Joker without Batman. Origin story aside, eventually you're gonna need to bring in a hero to that villain. Or else, like, what are you doing? Are they really the bad guys? Or are they just crass, violent good guys or anti-heroes like Deadpool? All of that is really a minor nitpick though. I won't hold that against this movie. It's okay to stand on your own and do your own thing. So, with all that being said, while the Suicide Squad does fix a lot of the problems that the first one had, it doesn't really do anything remarkably new or original that makes it stand out in the pile of superhero content out there. It wouldn't be wrong to just write this movie off as a DCEU Guardians of the Galaxy, because that's basically what it is, for better or worse. You'll have a good time with this one, but don't expect anything game-changing. That's why I'm giving The Suicide Squad a 3 out of 5. If you're a fan of DC or superheroes in general, you'll enjoy yourself. So, what do you guys think? Do you agree with anything I've said? Am I completely wrong? I've seen nothing but overwhelming praise for this film, and it's like, I liked it and all, but alright, you know what I'm saying? So however you feel, let me know in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one, alright? Be safe out there, y'all. Peace.